Morning, everybody. Checking out these mamas and babies down here in the valley. It's a really nice, peaceful morning. We had a nice rain. And now everybody's just hanging out down here. So let's kind of see what we can see. I guess I better start on the other side of the creek. We'll get over there. But the trees are out now. We finally have some leaves going on. It's lovely out. Hi, Amy. The high today is going to be about 80 degrees. So we're going to have some heat to deal with. Morning, everybody. Morning, Hank. Let's hop over and see what we can see. Hey, Thelma. Got Miss Saracena here in her West Coast filly. Babies are getting a little bit older over in the south field over here. Oh, look at these two over here. What are you guys doing? That's Ruli on the left, looking a little bit chocolatey now. And Marrakesh Express on the right. What are you guys doing? You find a little really nice patch in there. Miss Ruli's over there. She says, I'm getting right down here in the water. That's really fresh. Well, it seems like Brushstrokes is definitely our oldest over here, but she's a real mama's girl, so who knows if she'll be weaned first or not, but we'll kind of see that probably near the end of June. We'll probably get that. Uh-oh, I'm blocking the way for Mom. She's gonna have to go a different way. Mom just pulled up. She's getting in this morning. What a life, right? Saracena getting a little bit of milk. Morning, Jody. Morning, Kim. Yeah, it's not so bad, I think. Can you get around me? Probably not. You should probably back up. I was like, is she gonna notice coming in the gate or? Sorry. Minor details, indeed. It's not like you have 15 people watching you right now, making sure you're not messing up. Hi, Brushy. Seems like the flies are starting to come out a little bit now, though, so we'll probably have to start getting some fly spray, or we have our war paint out and start painting these mamas up. Yeah, we'll mostly just remove a handful of mares from the field at a time. We'll just kind of start turning them out and taking the mothers away. Usually we'll just take them away from the barn, let those babies settle a little bit, and then send them all out together. Morning, Mark. Morning, Lisa. It's Miss Brushy. You're the oldest one. You're January 27th. You got almost 5 whole months under your belt. And look how big. She's a big baby. But I love these rushing water sounds down here. The craziest thing too, we have a little island now, as you can see. This island did not exist probably about a year and a half ago. This island did not exist. This creek just went over this direction and went down that way. So for some reason we started getting some higher waters, and it just started cutting its way over top of this where it seemed to naturally erode. So now it already seems like there's some rocks in there. We have a full stream, so pretty cool. Yeah, this is Wendy for sure. Yes, little Wendy girl. War paint is a type of fly repellent, basically. So instead of using fly spray, which we still do use, war paint is something that we can put underneath the eyes. So I'll give you an example here. If I were to do it, so we have it's like a speed stick, almost like a deodorant speed stick, and you kind of squeeze it up, and then you put it underneath each one of the eyes of the mares, and then sometimes down the nose as well too. So it's a good way. Dixon, behave yourself. It is Butzer Island. I didn't think that we were going to have an island at any point, but we do now. And what are you doing over here? This is a little shooter, a gun runner, baby. Look at that. Absolutely phenomenal build on that foal. I think that he's one of our best. Not that I'm biased or anything, since Divine here is my mama. You were playing over here a little bit ago. You were playing, weren't you? Down here at the rapids where this meets that, start getting some good speed going on. She says this is where all the good stuff is. Absolutely. Big rolling hill, all the good stuff. Usually age, Amy, is kind of what is our cutoff point for our mares and foals for sending them, or our foals for sending them to the November auction. So usually April 15th is kind of our cutoff. So we'll just say, okay, if you're born after April 15th, then you have a much higher chance of going to the January sale instead of the November auction. So we'll just kind of see the development of that foal and the size and that kind of thing, and that will kind of lead us to the conclusion of who's going to go and who's not. But usually April 15th is a pretty safe cutoff. I have Endless Sea and the little practical joke colt hanging out. Now that's the life, guys. Now, I don't know about y'all, I'm not a big beach guy. This is as close to the beach as I want to be. I want to be sitting down by the river. Does that make me country? Tell me in the chat. Does that make me country if I'd rather sit next to a river than sitting on a beach? Hey, buddy. Yeah, it really is a beautiful day down here. It's getting pretty hot. The sun is definitely out, but it's pretty nice, I'd say. What are y'all doing up here? This is the newest addition to the field. These were in a paddock here. This is Between the Clouds. Hi, buddy. And this is a little Malibu Moonful. Little colt here. He was really spicy, so he had to kind of live alone for a while. Now we're getting the barn in the background. This is the spot, guys. With the Derby in September and Preakness in October, I think they'll run the Belmont in the summer. I guess, yeah, they might make some room. You never know, these people are crazy. They just want to go. But you never know. It's a possibility. I'm not sure. I don't have any authority in it. I wish I did, but I don't. Janelle, how many mares let their foals nurse indefinitely versus mares that encourage their babies to stop nursing? Some of the mares will kind of start to encourage that, or it's really just kind of seeing the separation out in the field. You'll just kind of start to see that those mares decide, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy, you guys go hang out with your buddies. So that's a good way for them to kind of start weaning a little bit. Hi, bud. I call this one Bug. A little buggy bug between the clouds. So sometimes you'll see that, but for the most part, they will let their foals nurse pretty indefinitely until we separate them for weaning. Kim, do we keep any fillies for future broodmares? Yeah, we absolutely do. There's been many times where we have either kept them, not necessarily on the farm, sometimes that happens, and sometimes they end up being sold as foals like we usually do, and they go to the racetrack and they kind of see what they can do over there, and a lot of times they'll end up back in sales years later, and we'll purchase them back. So we can say, hey, you were a Sun Valley bred, and now you're returning to be a broodmare. So sometimes that's kind of a cool thing to do too. Yeah. And we got some of those mamas hanging out up on the hill. Those are the dry mares. Bug, are you trying to play? He's a silly boy. We'll kind of walk back down through here. Saracene has already made it all the way to the edge there. She's right by the gate. Thank you, Thelma. Oh, thank you. Good morning, Alexis. Hi, Jody. Welcome to the stream, guys. I don't know, should I attempt to cross here? Yeah, we might as well. I don't have my big boots on, but it's pretty shallow over here, so you guys can take bets on if I get wet or not. Morning, Margie. Ooh, it is a little bit high, but we're gonna take a shot at it. I'm probably gonna get wet. If I can just kind of tiptoe my way across here, it's possible that I won't get wet. But ooh. A little bit, just a little bit wet. Not too bad at all. Act Nice's Grandam. Agena was born on the farm. That's a great point there. I'm 98% sure that she was. That's a really good question for Dad, but I feel like we've said something about that in the past. This Practical Joke colt is also looking really good. He's gotten a nice paunch to him, but I think, you know, they kind of sometimes end up going down before they go up. So I think that, you know, he's got the good build, but when we start walking him and prepping him up, he's just gonna blossom. The water feels pretty good, let me tell you. I'd really just rather take my socks off and walk around in there. I think my country's showing. Hi, Ruly. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Totally, Amy. They definitely try to sneak drinks from other mamas. They say, ooh, is this a thing? I know up at 15 North, Topspin and Chowsey are just like totally inseparable, and that baby is all about trying to steal milk. You just want to follow me around, don't you? You just want to follow me around, huh? Well, you're one of my favorites. I love this filly, guys. If she would stop following me, I could show you your profile. Oh, look. Look, stand up for the people. You just want to be right in my face. I see. I understand. That's Marrakesh again, standing kind of in that little marshy area of the creek here. You're just all up on me, aren't you? Look at you. Mwah. Kisses. Yeah. Kisses. There's always one every year. That's right. Well, Twister's working right now. He's getting mares teased to go to the breeding shed. We teased this morning. We teased Miss Kilroy and we teased Spinstress. So we got lots of looks on that, and we'll hopefully see that they can go. I think both of them are shipping out at 2 o'clock today to go breed. So this truly is Kentucky. Good morning, John. You're just all over me, huh? You're just all over me. This way, please. The horse. Very good stuff. Swap we around here. Hi, Mike. Stop it. You just do this all day, huh? She says, oh, never mind. I don't want to do it anymore. It may be more advantageous for me to look at these rocks down here. Let's see if I can cross over here. This is not a bad spot. Might just hop on over to Brett's Island here with Divine. See what that looks like. Hi, Diva. Now this is where I need to be. I need to grab myself a little lawn chair, my Yeti cooler, get some bourbon, maybe some beer, just hang out over here. Yeah. We miss our tour guides. Mike and John, we miss you guys like crazy. Hi, Barb. Thanks for tuning in. All the way over back to Diva. And those rick houses are up there, hanging out. Yeah, having a real nice morning. Oh, we know it. Now that's a nice view, guys. You're welcome, Amy. Thank you for tuning in. I have a lot of fun just kind of talking to you guys and hanging out, answering questions. It's like I get to take you guys on a little tour, but I just get to, you know, trek around and do all the fun stuff that I would do just by myself. So it's a lot of fun. I feel like I can be more creative on stream, you know what I mean? Like I can really do what I want and don't need to have any structure or anything like that. I can just have fun with it. Yeah. Oh. Are you gonna send us off like that, Diva? Yeah, I'm playing in the fast water. The baby's like, what are you doing? He said, I'm having fun, can't you see? Look at the face. Yeah, John, we know we got the Woodford on deck. She's just all the way stretched out. Now, that's really a stance, Divine. She says, I'm gonna get all the way in there, huh? Don't fall in, baby girl. She's got that left hind kind of cocked under her, like she slipped in. Oh man, horses, they just drive me crazy, don't they? Well, that'll be a nice little send-off. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, saying hello, keeping me from going insane. So, have a good rest of your day. That's right, Liz Lemon. I want to go there. Have a great one, guys. See you next time.